U.S. Special Envoy Amos Hochstein is due to arrive in Jerusalem from Beirut. After meetings in the Lebanese capital, Hochstein said there is a real opportunity to end the fighting between Israel and Hezbollah. The U.S. envoy met Speaker Nabi Berri and discussed the Lebanese response to Washington's proposal. Hezbollah reportedly has reservations, and it's unclear whether an agreement is within reach or not. Hochstein indicated that gaps between the sides have been significantly narrowed. The ceasefire deal reportedly requires Hezbollah to withdraw north beyond the Litani River, a deployment of Lebanese forces to South Lebanon alongside international monitors. There are reported objections to Israeli insistence on the right to respond to Hezbollah violations. Meanwhile, the war continues, with IDF forces advancing up to 6 kilometers into South Lebanon and ongoing incoming rocket fire on the Israeli north. Day 411 of the war in Gaza, Prime Minister Netanyahu and Defense Minister Katz stood together on the Netzarim crossing in the center of the enclave and declared that Hamas will no longer rule. Netanyahu vowed that Hamas' rule in Gaza is over as Israeli forces continue their campaign against the terror group across the Palestinian enclave. Apparently moving from the notion of a ceasefire for hostages agreement with Hamas, Netanyahu said the IDF will be relentless in efforts to bring the hostages home and announced a large cash prize for hostages turned over to Israel by their Hamas captors. The Prime Minister then warned that all who harm Israeli hostages will pay with their lives. 101 Israeli hostages, living and dead, remain in Hamas captivity. The Biden administration is reportedly lobbying Democratic senators to vote against legislation that would block more than $20 billion in weapons shipments to Israel. The series of resolutions is led by Senator Bernie Sanders and other progressive senators. The resolution would block 6 weapon transfers to Israel, which include guided missiles, tank rounds, mortars, tactical vehicles, and F-15 fighter jets. U.S. officials told the Times of Israel that the votes are all but certain to fail, given the strong support for Israel in both parties, particularly on the Republican side.
Experience the power of truth with ILTV News. If you're looking for quality content and captivating visuals, join our news community and become an integral part of our team as we embark on a mission to unveil the real Israel, dismantling the web of lies and misinformation that surround reporting on Israel. By subscribing to ILTV News, you will not only have access to the latest updates, but you will also amplify our message, creating a ripple effect that carries the truth far and wide. Subscribe today and help reshape the narrative. Available on the web, Android, and Apple.